So, Legoland once, Legoland once had 4 coasters. Wow, has had 4 coasters. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, so as we know, Legoland Windsor Resort is down in London. Such beautiful view of the Windsor Castle as we know it. As we also know, the party's there tonight. So I didn't know this till today, but there's 4 coasters. There has been 4 coasters in the land of Legoland. That makes no sense, but oh well. And now, looking at Roller Coaster Database, also I looked at Google Earth, we could see 4 coasters. Now, where Mythica is, Lego Mythica, just behind Heart Lake Steam, if you go down a little alley, there used to be a coaster which now sits I think it's like the medieval castle or the hotel. I think it's the hotel. So Legoland once had 4 coasters. Now we know there are 3 coasters at the moment. Dragons, yeah, there's a dragon. Dragons Apprentice, which is the smaller dragon, which is located in the same area. Then we have Duplo Dino Coaster. I don't class that as a coaster, but we go along with it. And then there's another defunct coaster. Doesn't go with any name. Like it suits all of them together. And as we know, this coaster is named Jungle Coaster. What's her name? What a name. It's even worse, Duplo Dino Coaster. So yeah, this Jungle Coaster used to be sitting where the hotel is at the moment. And unfortunately, very unfortunately, this coaster had to leave us. But I'll get into that in a minute. So Jungle Coaster was a themed coaster. It was made by Mack Rides. Model was a large park, Wild and Morse, and it was like a wild mouse ride. We know another ride like that. Totally not Rattlesnake. So it was a sit-down coaster. It was steel. It was a thrill, and it was a wild mouse. Wild mouse normally you go with this chain lift, and then you go meow. And it's like a snake thing. You're down. Just look at Chessington's Rattlesnake, and you'll know. So yeah, it's sat in the land of Lego in Windsor. It had a length of 1,312 feet. It was 51.8 foot in height, and its speed was 35 miles per hour. Imagine that as a roller coaster. And it was only a chain lift. It had one chain lift throughout the whole ride. So yeah, it was originally in Legoland Windsor, just behind Mythica, but Mythica was never there. And now it's been relocated to Legoland Florida, but that is because of one thing. So during it being opened, for 20th of the 3rd, 2004, it had some really bad complications to it due to government things. Nobody actually knows why, but Legoland was forced to put a roof on top of this ride. This reduced the capacity of how many people you can have inside the ride carts, because putting a roof on top, I actually don't know. As we can see the Technic side of stuff here. It's just quite cool. And it was, I've never seen it myself, but it looked very good. Very good, that's all I can explain it as. So, why did this coaster have to leave? Well, that's because ever since it had a roof on, was forced to get a roof on, it had less capacity on rides. I mean, the queue times were longer. And because of this ride being so short on capacity, it had to leave because it had such long queue lines, people were complaining. It was such a good coaster until people forced them to put roofs on tops. I have no clue why they put roofs on tops. Now, we could probably find more information on that. So, let's type up the Jungle Coaster. I've already typed this up. What? I've seen this before, apparently, guys. Oh, Jungle Coaster. We've got a website for it already. Attraction Source. Shout out to Attraction Source. So, this was the layout before. The layout was pretty sleek. Look at that. I do like that. And then it was probably one of the best themed coasters in the area that they've had. I take that back. What actually is that? So yeah, the Jungle Coaster promotion page. Now that was the carts. The carts were like Lego Technic thing. It had the theme of races, Lego Technic races. And its area was quite cool. I do love it. It had like the water here, you go through, and you had the head, which was actually featured on the ride itself. Now we can have some pictures here, preview pictures. If it's getting constructed, it looks like Rattlesnake. I'm not joking. The construction, let's just go 50 million years later. 50 million photos later, actually. Oh god, it hasn't been completed yet. It hasn't even been completed. Chain lift, the brake runs already top there. And I think I've just scrolled through the same pictures over and over again. Yeah, I have. And then this is it when it was done. It looked well good. Look at that. It looks a bit rustic there, though. See, the cars. The carts were really well themed to Lego Technic. Even says Lego Technic there, which is quite good. Now we do know that Legoland is missing a Lego Technic area, which is one of their biggest parts at the moment, because they've recently invested in something for Ferrari and for Formula 1, and they've also invested a lot of stuff into car companies like you know, Toyota, Mercedes, Audi, Ferrari. Yeah. So lifetime. So it says here, Jungle Coaster opened in March 2004, 20th of March, guys, and became the park's most thrilling attraction. Of course it did, because the dragon isn't very thrilling, is it? Known for its wild drops and hairpin turns. If you don't know what a hairpin turn is, then look at that. They are hairpin turns. They're quite sharp turns on a wild mouse coaster. The ride was an immediate success with families, teenagers and children that could meet the 1.1 metre height requirement. Although guest feedback about the attraction was positive, there was a various factor that led to its eventual demise. So this is the whole discovery. It was not uncommon for large queues of at least an hour to form, as the basic switchback queue featured little shading, guests were left feeling frustrated. Seatbelts were added to the ride vehicles after opening as a stipulation by the Health and Safety executive, which reduced the hourly throughput, causing ever long waiting times. Wow, we've gone from a ride that's gone really slow waiting times to a ride that's really long. By far the biggest issue, oh god, here we go guys, the ride faced was the noise complaints of local residents regarding the continuous screams of riders. After 4 seasons, the park was forced to add covers to the vehicles, which reduced the capacity even further to a maximum of 2 adults per car, and decreased the enjoyment of the experience dramatically. At the end of 2009 season, Jungle Coaster closed for good. Long live Jungle Coaster, 5 years down the line. With the relevant land designated at the site, the Legoland Resort Hotel, which opened in 2012. It took them 3 years to get a Legoland Hotel. Wow, brick by brick. After just 5 seasons, Jungle Coaster was a loss to its park's lineup for young thrill seekers, which has yet to be compensated. Enjoy the following exclusive photos. Okay, whatever. Now, this coaster has been, as like I said before, has been relocated to the Legoland Florida. Now, Legoland Florida, as we know, does not have restrictions because, you know, it's Florida and nobody cares about wide complaints. I take that back. But it looked like a really good coaster. It really did. Nobody actually knew about it, though, because, I mean, the Legoland Jungle Coaster was just a thing in the past. Nobody ever advertised it. I mean, look at Lego Star Wars too. Ever since Disney owned Star Wars, they had to get rid of it because it looked too much as a immersed attraction like the normal one, which is quite weird but you know, it works. But having a coaster so big and better than the Dragon, I'd say it's just a loss for the park. They could have done something. They could have built under like every other John Wardley coaster out there. But no, what they did is they dismantled it and reduced the capacity of rides in the area, and just went, no, get rid of this one, our newest coaster, and let's bring along another area and, you know, not theme it properly. Now, Legoland are really good at theming rides, actually. Look at Lego Ninjago. That's got a good theme. That was their latest. Lego Mythica, amazing theme again. It's their latest. 500,000 bricks just to build. What was the lion's name? I have no clue what the lion's name is. But yeah, Legoland once had has had 4 coasters, and the 4th coaster, Jungle Coaster, has been forgotten. I've never heard anything of it. What do you guys think of this? Comment below, and thank you for watching. Enjoy. Until next time.